Joining me right now is Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. She sits on the Senate Judiciary and Armed Services Committees. Senator, it is good to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here.
Yes.
What do you want to say as President Biden marks his 1 year in office this upcoming Thursday about the first year and the 3 years to come?
Well, Joe Biden is the first president in history to become a lame duck within the first year of his administration. And it has been a bad week and a bad year. Maria, look at the Supreme Court overruling them on the OSHA mandate. You look at globally what is happening with Russia, Kazakhstan. You look at the Russia-Ukraine issue. You look at Iran shooting, going after President Trump, North Korea shooting off a missile, China with their daily antics, and this plus all that happened on Capitol Hill with the filibuster, with their election takeover. It's been a very bad week for Joe Biden.
So what does this mean for the future? I mean, what do these failures tell you about what's to come? I know you have a vote this week in the Senate. Can you walk us through what we are going to see on Wednesday when Chuck Schumer pushes through trying to eliminate the filibuster?
Yes, indeed. And bear in mind, they're trying to eliminate the filibuster to push forward their radical agenda, this socialist takeover. But they used the filibuster this week to block a vote on Ted Cruz's Nord Stream 2 sanction bill. So very hypocritical. But once again, they are going to try to do away with the filibuster to blow up the Senate so they can blow up the courts, so they can blow up our form of government. Manchin and Sinema have said in no way, shape, or form are they going to do that. So then they'll try to use some legislative trickery to move forward their election takeover bill, which would institutionalize ballot harvesting, mail-in ballots. It would get rid of voter ID and of signature match. They know that these radical policies are the only way that they can win. So they're willing to strip people of some of their rights, strip our states of their constitutional authority in order to get the power they want.
Well, you heard Kyrsten Sinema last week take a stand, say she is against eliminating the filibuster. What are your thoughts on this pushback from Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema right now? Are they going to hold firm?
I think they're going to hold firm. But here's the thing, Maria. We as Republicans cannot depend on Manchin and Sinema to do our job. We need to be out there communicating our message that we're the great opportunity party, that we want people to come in and support our policies, that we are going to be there to support security, to fight this crime in the street, to solve inflation, to solve the supply chain crisis, all of those issues that people want to see solved right now. And they don't want to hear about these antics and the politics or the partisanship. They want things that are going to make their life better. They're going to the grocery store. There's no food. I went there Friday night. No lettuce, no celery, no berries, no avocados at my grocery store. People want this solved. Inflation. I did a telephone town hall last week. 93% of the tens of thousands of people on that call, 93%. said inflation is adversely impacting their family budget. This is the action people are wanting to see, and they're very frustrated with the Biden administration. They know he is weak, they know he is rudderless, and they are very frustrated with the Democrat leadership in the Senate and the House.
So, Senator, I know there's a conversation about trying to convince Kyrsten Sinema to change parties. There was also a conversation around Joe Manchin, the same thing. What are the odds that Kyrsten Sinema changes parties and leaves the Democrat Party?
I don't know what those odds would be, but what I do know is this. I'm grateful for common sense Democrats. We've got common sense Democrats in Tennessee who are looking at this Democratic Party and they're saying, my party left me and I'm not welcomed there. I don't agree with them. And they're beginning to be more independent minded and they're agreeing with us when it comes to the issues on the economy. I had one the other day talk about how they really miss the policies of President Donald Trump because life was better. Their bank account was fuller, and they do not want a federal government that is going to try to control them daylight to dark, 24/7, monitor their bank account, run their small business, take control of their children and the education of those children. They do not want that. And people are very concerned about what they see happening on the international stage with Russia, China, Iran, North Korea.
Yeah, I mean, from economic policy to foreign policy, an epic failure year. Senator, you just mentioned your town hall and all of the inflation worries that people have. We're paying more money for everything. And yet Joe Biden continues to focus on voting rights, trying to convince people that it's the Republicans that are in the wrong on voting rights. Here he is in Atlanta on Tuesday. Listen to this.
Jim Crow 2.0 is about two insidious things: voter suppression and election subversion. It's no longer about who gets to vote. It's about making it harder to vote. It's about who gets to count the vote and whether your vote counts at all. It's not hyperbole. This is a fact. Look, this matters to all of us. The goal of the former president and his allies is to disenfranchise anyone who votes against them. Simple as that.
Senator, he said it's not hyperbole. Meanwhile, the speech was panned on both sides of the aisle. I want to get your take on what the Republicans are going to do about this, because Michelle Obama just announced that she plans to register 1 million new voters ahead of the 2022 midterms. Her group was also aiming to enlist 100,000 people to contact senators about election laws and recruit thousands of lawyers to what she claims is protecting voter rights.
Well, first of all, I think that Manchin, Sinema, and common sense Democrats that oppose this federalizing of elections should be very offended by Joe Biden comparing them to people that were racist. Secondly, Michelle Obama can register all the people she wants, Maria. But what she's going to be doing is registering people who are not going to be voting with the Democrats. What she's going to be doing is registering people who do not want a socialist takeover of this country. She's registering people who want to see inflation dealt with, and people that are tired of crime in the streets, that are sick of these defund the police movements, do not want CRT taught in their schools, people who want school choice, people that want equal opportunity for everybody. So I think that might backfire a little bit on them.
Senator, real quick before you go, the 2022 Beijing Olympics now just about 3 weeks away. What is your number one concern for our athletes going there?
Safety and security of those athletes. We know that the Chinese Communist Party chose to disappear a tennis player. I'm very concerned about the safety and security of these athletes and what they may be exposed to while they're there.
All right, Senator, it's good to catch up with you. Thanks very much. Marsha Blackburn, we will see you soon. And thank you for your leadership, Senator. We appreciate it. We'll take a break.